Greetings, gamers, and welcome to the Broken Pixel Podcast where we talk all things gaming related, news, reviews, previews, and whatever the hell we want to talk about. I'm your host, Wes. I'm joined on my far right by Aaron.
Hello.
Your right by James.
Hi.
And right next to me is our guest, Max, since we brought a friend to Derailed.
Greetings.
If you like what you see, please
Editing
like,
nightmare.
favorite, subscribe on all the social medias but Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to help us out, visit patreon.com/derailed. Throw us $1, throw us $5, throw us $10. Let us get a better set, newer shows, all that fun stuff.
A producer.
Better guests.
Better desks.
Oh, you're a great guest. You
Guests.
Oh, I thought you said desks.
Why did you think desks was
Because
funny?
he was just complaining about like not
Just
having enough
desks.
room.
Oh, he wants a longer table.
Oh, yeah. I've seen setups like that where it's just a one long table and it's like they're sportscasters and there's a green screen behind them. I do not like it.
It's not as intimate.
I don't like it.
Have you ever seen a foreign news program? They're set up exactly like that. It's
Yeah.
just like one long desk with three people sitting there in front of a green screen.
I saw one news blooper where it was showing like this bikini lady in Japan and then it cuts back to the newscaster and he goes like this.
What?
So video games.
So video games. Got some news.
Show me that news.
So last week we talked a lot about Sony being kind of petulant children about the whole cross-platform thing, right?
Yes.
Yes. So day after we recorded, Microsoft and Nintendo put out a trailer for Minecraft showing people playing with each other.
They can't do that. That's a game for kids.
At least he's not eating pasta.
Yeah.
I think the angriest you ever got in an episode.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just they're getting free publicity and throwing shade at Sony.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Which, sure, do it. Sony is being an asshole.
One of the funniest stories of last week, GameStop is looking for a buyout.
Yep.
They lost about $9 billion year over year. And he brought up a good point.
They're worth $750 million, so they're about $750 in store credit.
Yeah.
No, let's be fair. $12 store credit, $750 cash.
If you're a Power Up
$750
Rewards
cash.
member.
Power Up Rewards member, right?
Yeah. No, they're just wanting some company to buy them out. Apparently, they're going to start selling comic books too.
They're going to go more towards the collectible pops
Yeah.
and that and just get away from gaming.
It makes them more money.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
Games
The
don't-
digital formats are just...
I haven't actually bought a game from GameStop since I couldn't find Hitman anywhere. And then
You bought No Man's Sky.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did.
I bought
but
that used.
before those was like non-existent.
Do you have a PS4 or a PS3?
I both.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice.
My wife has both.
I saw a
They're hers.
PS3 there. I didn't see a PS4, so I wasn't sure.
It's in our bedroom.
Oh, nice.
That's what she plays Assassin's Creed on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't been in GameStop and actually bought something from there in years that wasn't a collectible.
So what I was saying was I've bought more collectibles from GameStop than I've ever bought in video games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, since
Who's going to buy them, though?
some company who will gut them for stuff, maybe Barnes & Noble will buy them and absorb them. Spencer's
Apparently,
Hot Topic.
Jeff Bezos buys GameStop,
Why?
puts it all online.
Just takes all
I
their
mean,
inventory and
Pioneers digital.
They put it into the-
digital returns.
They put it into the Westworld dimension thing, and it just goes
Yeah.
into another dimension, and then we move it to somewhere that no one can ever see it ever again. That's a Westworld joke.
I don't get that one either.
Yeah.
You
Spoilers.
You will after the next one.
Fair enough.
Spoilers. I didn't think you'd have to have Westworld spoilers on Broken Pixel.
Mario Kart 8's getting an update to allow Labo support.
nice.
So you can...
Do you know what Labo is? What's Labo?
Sounds fun. I don't know.
Sounds fun.
It's
Labo.
You get to
it's-
build your own go-kart now.
Is that an
you
operating
build the
system?
motorcycle one,
No,
and that's
it's
how
like
you
a bunch
control
of
it.
cardboard that you buy.
How
and then
big
you
is it, though?
build it, and then it like
it pretty
helps
big?
you control.
Well, I
the
mean, you
game.
basically
So
just
can
get
build,
the
like,
handle and like the wheel.
a backpack.
So you, like,
So you can't like sit
with-
on it.
and then
You don't sit
put
on
the-
it, you just
the
sit in the
handles
chair, yeah.
And tie it to a string, and then like you
Okay,
can
that
walk,
would
and then
be
in the
fucking
game
amazing.
you're a robot, and you like walk
Actual
around.
like
Oh,
3D
really?
go like
It's-
it's
it's
like
weird.
playing
It's for kids,
Cruising
and
USA
then-
back in the arcade.
Yep. That would be super cool.
So do you build a cart and sit in it?
You build the motorcycle handle and just drive that way.
Like a wheel.
I think you build a wheel.
There's no like I can't sit in it. Or
Yeah.
You know. So speaking of Westworld, they had a phone game come out recently.
Oh yeah, tie-in.
Not
Apparently,
the best.
it's very similar to Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
So much that Bethesda's suing them.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this whole part. So what I heard is they were suing because they found copies of their source code.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it makes
basically,
sense.
the guys from Bethesda downloaded the game and then tried to emulate a bug they had early on and found it, and we're like, that's from our code because we had that bug and we fixed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they broke.
It's like a Silicon Valley episode.
Yeah, totally.
And you were saying it's not that good of a game.
It's
It's-
very obtuse. It's very like where Fallout Shelter like is very clear about what you do and it's rewarding and it's like, hey, you can pay for stuff if you want to, but you don't have to. And then you
Oh, does
bring
this
this
force
stuff
you
in.
to pay?
It doesn't necessarily force you to pay, but it guides you along, and then it's just kind of like, okay, go. And you're like, but we didn't finish that part of the tutorial, so I don't really know what to do.
Well, yeah, like replaying Fallout Shelter on the Switch, starting from the beginning. It's okay. You need food, water, you need food, water, and power. Start there. Okay, now you need more people to build more stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you send people out. Like it just, you're right. It progresses slowly.
Yep, this does not.
So
It's a bad game, and it's getting sued.
and Westworld's game will probably get pulled
Yeah, which is fine.
because
I wonder what they do in that case when it's like downloaded on my phone.
It just stops working.
they put out an update that just says it'll kill the game.
Yes.
So if you never update it, you could have one of those phones that people would buy for inexorbitant amounts of money because you have the Westworld game,
Yeah.
like they were with Flappy Bird.
Yeah. And PT on PS4.
That's still going for some money if you have that on a hard drive.
But the thing is, there's you can hack into a Japanese server through your internet connection. Like if you do manual instead of automatic, you can type in what am I thinking? An IPS address from Japan, and it like pings a server that still lets you download all your old games, and you can get PT. So there's a way to get it.
That's cool.
But weren't PS4s with that on the hard drive, even cheap ones, still going for like $1,000 for a while?
I think so. I mean, I could download it right now.
For arguably one of the greatest demos ever made.
What's PT?
So it was this
Scary
game
as
that got
fuck.
released on at E3 a couple years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
3-4 years ago.
And it basically, they were just the people who came out. I don't think it was anyone. Like I think it was Sony or something.
It was at Sony's press conference.
Yeah,
they just
they
came
were
out and
just
said,
like,
we have a demo.
We have a demo. Go play it, and it was called PT. And you just you wake up and you get up and you're in this concrete like room, and then there's a door, and then it's first person, and then you walk through the door. It's like, and then you open the door, and it's a hallway of this house, and you go down the hallway, and then you take a right, and there's a bathroom to your right, and there's like a corridor to your left, like where the entrance to the home, and another door, and you walk to the end, you go through the door, you go down the stairs, and then you go through another door, and then you're back at the beginning of the hallway again. So it literally only takes place in this hallway. But every time you go through it, weird stuff starts happening, and it's one of the most terrifying video games ever.
Like Amnesia, sort of?
It's
Similar vein?
first person, but it's
You don't really get to control anything. It's honestly...
It's a walking simulator in a sense that you're just walking, but you do interact with some things, but it's very, very scary. And then it turned out to be a remake for Silent Hills by a very good game creator called Hideo Kojima. And then it got canceled. That game got canceled.
Why did that get canceled again?
Because Konami's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. And that's,
But it's not just Kojima. You also had Guillermo del Toro working on the story.
Oh, really?
And Norman Reedus.
And Norman Reedus was the main
Damn.
character. It's kind of what everyone's thinking Death Stranding was becoming. And then the scene in the bathroom with the weird talking
Fetus.
bloody fetus. The guy who designed that's a very famous horror manga illustrator in Japan.
It's crazy.
Had a lot of big names working on this.
Yeah.
And
And then it got canceled, and it just kind of came out, and it was free, and you played it, and it kind of like jumped up the ranks of YouTube of like, let's play PT and getting people to play it in the dark and
I'll
all
look
this
it up
stuff.
on the YouTube.
It's very, very
It's
good.
fucking
But like
terrifying.
to beat the game, so you go
Yeah,
around.
you have to have a microphone.
You have to do laps like 3 or 4 times or 5 or 6 and get jump scares.
Yeah.
And then you get to this point where you have to, like, wouldn't know that you have to find 6 clues. One of them's hidden in the pause menu.
Yeah, so there's pictures, little corners of a picture that you have to build the picture, and then one of them's in the menu. You zoom in on the menu, and it goes, and then the picture's there. And then you have to, like, every time you go through the hallway, it changes a little bit. So either the light's on or the light's off, or they're red, or the baby's crying, or there's a fetus in the bathtub, or whatever. And then towards the end, it's all dark, and you're walking through the hallway, and you have to wait until the clock rings, like ding dong ding, and wait for that, and then walk 10 steps, and then turn around and whisper into a microphone some name.
It had to be a J name.
Yeah,
it was like
something,
Jeremiah
or something.
Jedediah.
And then the phone would ring. And if you did it correctly, a baby would cry, and then the phone would ring, and then you'd go answer the phone, and it took you to a cutscene that was like Hideo Kojima and Norman Reedus. Otherwise, there was nothing else.
How are you supposed to figure that? It doesn't tell you anywhere.
No, it's the internet. The internet just figures it out.
Collective.
My God.
But that's what Hideo Kojima did. There's a boss battle in Metal Gear Solid where, in order to beat the character, you had to unplug the into first controller and plug it into second controller.
Huh.
In Metal Gear Solid 3, there's a boss that if you move your time ahead like a year, he dies. The sniper, the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just waits in that one spot for you.
Right.
He just dies of old age.
Yeah. So he's a weird guy, and so the internet just kind of figured it out.
Wow.
But this game was going to print Konami money, and then they fucked over Kojima.
Yeah.
So you saw the story today, but a director at Square, is it Square or Square Enix?
I think it's Square now.
Square,
Oh.
yeah. Admits that they not only announced Kingdom Hearts 3 too early, because they announced it 5 years ago, and now we're finally getting the release early next year.
I pre-ordered it 4 years ago.
Exactly. They announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake too early, and their reasoning was, we would rather let you know that we are doing it, rather than people speculating in rumors. That was what he said.
Okay.
Sure.
But that's telling me we have another 3 years before we get this game. It's going to be a PS5 launch title.
Probably. Yeah.
PS5.
I wouldn't be surprised if Last of Us 2 is as well.
So you think it's got like 2 more years before it comes out?
It's either going to do what Last of Us did and be the last hoorah for the PS4, or like for the PS3 that Last of Us did, or it's going to be a launch exclusive. I don't know.
Oh, last bit of news is the cover of Take Me Home Country Road that Bethesda is doing. They're releasing it on iTunes on the 4th, and all sales are going to Habitat for Humanity.
It's great. I'll buy it.
Just a good story.
Yeah. Bethesda's stand up.
Yeah, I mean, depending on who you... Well, if you're a part of the modding community, you're kind of hating them right now with... Like, people are saying you're not going to be able to mod Fallout 76 because it's going to be completely always online. So you can't mod it. They're going to be constantly watching it. Paid mods, like, they do good stuff, and then, like, all big companies, they do stuff that pisses you off.
Maybe they'll surprise you. They always said how they love the mod community.
True, as long as it makes them money.
They're going to make money regardless.
That's ZeniMax, too, which is hard.
True. That may not be Bethesda, that might be the parent company, but...
Yeah.
We just assume Bethesda because that's the name we hear all the time.
Wes,
James.
Pokemon Go got an update.
It did. I forgot about this. Yes. Has finally put in trading and friends.
You can be friends.
It's stuff they talked about when they launched the game, so I'm surprised that
Pretty
game.
cool.
The game keeps making
They rolled it
resurgences.
out pretty fucked up though.
Yeah, they've already had to update it twice.
Yeah, because they also rolled it out, and if you could only be level 30 or higher to get the fucking update for friends and trade. You had to be level 30. They fixed it in like 2 days. But because I was posting on Facebook, I was like, why the fuck? And then I look and it's like, oh, check back later when you're higher level. And then they fixed it, and I was like, motherfuckers.
But another trading aspect, you have to be within range of your friends. You can't be like, Aaron,
Yep.
I need that Pokemon you have.
Because they're still trying to get you to get out and
Right.
be active and do all that stuff.
That's dumb.
Lame.
It didn't work for Wii Fit. It won't work now.
So what have you been playing?
Fallout 4 on PS4 with all the mods that I always wanted but didn't play with because
Achievements.
or trophies. And so now I don't care about them because I platinumed it and I'm putting them all in, and it's awesome.
What's your favorite mods? Top 3.
All seasons. So the stuff changes as the seasons go on. There's like snow and autumn and spring, and it's a little more green. It's a little more less post-apocalyptic, a little more green. Like it's kind of a tough balance to do with those games. Is like, I don't want it to be so dreary, and it's like, well, this is a post-apocalyptic game, so what do you want? And this is kind of strikes a nice balance. So that one's very cool. Stronger dog meat. So instead of doing like 4.5 points of damage per attack, he does like 35 points per attack. So he can actually like hurt people and like help you.
So if you want to keep dog meat instead of getting like Piper or anything, you can. Okay.
Yeah, he actually does stuff, which is great. There is one that unlocks. It adds insides to all the buildings. So all the buildings that you couldn't go into or they just blocked off because it's like, this is just a building. They put doors on it and put stuff inside like collectibles, so you can go in everywhere now.
Oh shit!
So there might be like a little bit of ammo or something in there. Or...
Something, yeah. Like not a major collectible or anything, but like there's a reason to go in the building as opposed to just because it's like the GTA 4 thing where it's like, this is a really cool game, but like you can't do any of this stuff. Like I'm just driving down a street and like that's not a real building. That's not a real building. It feels cooler when you can stop anywhere, go into any building, and discover something. You know, it just feels more alive.
Does that one affect load times?
No, nothing has affected load times or anything.
Is there like a big overall just enhancement mod?
Yeah. So there's all seasons is a combination graphics and lighting and the floral and fauna and stuff. So that's kind of a good overall one. But then there's also the unofficial patch. So all the stuff that Bethesda didn't fix officially, they fixed, and then you can download it, and it just kind of gets rid of all the bugs. They did the same thing for like Skyrim and stuff. So that one's very necessary. There's one that adjusts first-person shooting and walking around to be a little more immersive. So like head bob is adjusted a little bit, and like when you use a weapon, recoil is different, and so it's a lot better when you're playing first-person. So I downloaded that one, and it works really well. But yeah, I can't think of all the ones. I downloaded like 15 or 20.
Those are just the standouts?
Yeah. The ones that I can think off the top of my head. I'm sure there's really good ones. But yeah. And plus, I never played the DLC. I never played Far Harbor. I never played
Nuka World?
Nuka World. I'm super excited for that stuff. Yeah.
I wish I had it for PS4.
Yeah.
It's still only on the Xbox.
You have mods on that too, though?
Yeah.
And
but
they're
I have
better,
them,
honestly.
I have the mods downloaded for Skyrim and Fallout on PS4 because I owned Fallout briefly and then I never really played it too much and then I still traded it in.
Takes 0 time to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Just getting used to Xbox controls for me is weird. 'Cause I'm trying to play. I played a smidge of State of Decay 2 again, and then I got completely wrapped into this fucking Netflix show The Staircase. It's so goddamn good.
Right?
So
Dude,
goddamn
don't you
good.
remember we started watching that right before we
Yep.
got kicked out?
Yep.
Yeah. Murder Mystery Show. We'll talk about it on Blood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of previews for Bloodshots on this.
A lot of stuff for Blood. It's packed.
What have you been playing?
With myself.
Arena. That's about it. My wife is playing the remastered Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Nice.
Nice. She like
I
it?
got that too. Yeah.
Yeah, she likes
Is that
there.
fun?
There are new areas and everything.
Yep. It's
Like
super
there's a
cool.
lot of new stuff to do. She's been having a lot of fun.
Do you remember at the Beering House when I pulled it up on PlayStation Now and played it and it was a little bit better, but it wasn't. Now it looks fucking really good.
They're updating PlayStation Now.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
To be more competitive with a Games Pass?
You download the games.
Yes!
It's not streaming anymore.
Oh, thank God.
Not yet. But someone has like an early version of the next PlayStation Now and just took a screenshot on Twitter and they had to delete it. And it said like settings, controls, download game.
Wow.
and how much is PlayStation now?
20 a month, I think.
Yeah. Same
Not
as
bad.
Games Pass.
Yeah. Game Pass is 10.
Oh, is it
10
really?
a month, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I
They
think
have a pretty limited library, though, compared to PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now, I can literally
depends on
find
what
any
you're-
motherfucking game on
It
there.
depends what you're looking for. There's some stuff I can't find on either of them.
Oh, really?
And honestly, a lot of the Game Pass stuff is like stupid. The fact that it's first party though is really big. So like you can play all the Forza games, you can play State of Decay, you can play
And
Sea of
all of
Thieves,
that stuff is
Gears,
coming out day
Halo.
one.
Yeah, exactly. That is a huge get. But the fact that PlayStation Now is going to download, supposedly, that's huge.
That is pretty fucking huge.
Huge. Still waiting for that update to let us change names if we want to.
Giving up hope on that. I'm fine with my name too, so I don't really care about it.
Yeah, we didn't like pooch our name like Thunderfoot.
No. He created his Xbox account and changed it to Thunderfoot 240.
Right, I saw that, but on PlayStation, he's
He doesn't want it to be changed,
Really?
or else he would have just picked a new Xbox name. But he changed it to Thunderfoot 240.
oh, that's funny.
So yeah, that's the other thing I've been playing is Master Chief Collection with Derek.
Nice.
Yeah, it works now. It's awesome. Yep. In Arena.
What are you playing besides Smite? Every time I fucking look on the
Smite.
Conqueror's playing Smite again.
Smite.
I'm going down the left path.
Actually, I play Arena, so there's no paths.
I thought it was a MOBA.
Is that like
It
the
is.
ARAM of Smite?
No, that's Assault. Arena is just a big open area where you're trying to push minions to the other side.
Oh.
But the reason I like that mode is that at longest it's 20 minutes. It's not like you do Conquest, which can last an hour.
Fun.
Did you know when I was in college, I was on the League of Legends team for my University of Tennessee.
Wes now looks up to you. He loves League of Legends.
I used to stream
Used
on
to
Twitch
love.
all the time.
LOL.
It was great. Great money for college, not having an actual job. It was great to have a little bit of income playing some League of Legends.
Too bad it was League of Legends.
Get ready to get back into WoW with the new expansion.
Have fun.
It's gonna be so good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bust
like-
out my 64 and play Mario 64 and it'll be the same.
I've got like Todd and Jay and stuff trying to get me to play WoW for this expansion.
Who cares? It's fucking World...
I never
Can't
played
get
World of
into it.
Warcraft.
Can't get into it.
I like it. It's fun.
Never played World of Warcraft?
Nope.
Weird.
Okay, when I was growing up, I had the worst internet ever. And then I got to the point where I didn't want to pay $15 a month to play one game online. It's like, I know people give us this console gamers the same crap that you pay to play online, but that's a little bit to play anything
It's
I want.
$60 a year. I can play anything I want, and they give us free games every month.
To be fair, they did that, past 2 years now? 2 or 3?
What?
Free games?
PlayStation Plus has been doing it since it started.
Mm-hmm.
It's Games with Gold that started copying it. They're the ones that's like 3 or 4 years old. PlayStation Plus has been giving free games since it started.
Even I remember.
That's
that
why
shit.
it was way better. And that's why Games with Gold changed. Like they introduced Games with Gold in like 2013 or something. 2014.
And then going back to play God of War. Finish that up.
Nice. Boy.
Actually, I just got to the point where he finds out about himself. The boy does. So he's now becoming a little arrogant
Yeah.
prick.
So I still can't spoil it for you? God
No.
damn it, man. I still can't get out of fucking Niflheim.
Niflheim.
Yeah, I'm just kind of
Your
skipping Niflheim and
name.
Muspelheim right now.
I hate that I stopped playing it because I don't have the desire to go back to it now.
There's nothing out right now, and it's like, I just should finish stuff. So
Yeah,
if you-
because he finished it. Is
Oh.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Oh, you
if
mean-
I hadn't finished it, I'd be fucking playing it right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I want to go try and find all the Valkyries or go through Niflheim.
Niflheim's tough.
Niflheim. I still can't get the axe, dude. I still don't have the axe yet.
Put the game inside the system. And then you'll get the axe.
It didn't explain that to me in the tutorial, man.
Push start. Start new
I'm
game.
sitting here, I got the case, I got my controller. I'm like, come on.
Where's the axe? The
game's
case just is like,
impossible.
boy, put me in, boy.
But yeah, I just did the fight with Boulder on the dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit,
That was
nice.
crazy.
Pretty cool.
man.
And then you basically tell the boy to quit being a little shit.
Yeah. Boy.
Or I'm going to bitch slap you back to your mom's vagina.
But who is my mom?
Yeah.
She's She's dead. So yeah.
Yeah. Nothing else coming out anytime soon.
Are we gonna talk? Is Octopath next week?
2 weeks. It's the 13th.
We have a whole nother dead week.
Actually, we'll have another dead 2 weeks
Oh,
because it
great.
comes out the 13th.
Octopath. Is that
great.
like Octodad?
It's no, it's
Oh.
it's a Nintendo game, Octopath Traveler.
For the Switchy.
I can't believe they stuck with that name.
The Switch.
Remember when it was Project
Octopath Traveler.
It's not a project name if that's the fucking name. It's like we're
Octopath
making this
Traveler.
is Project Xbox One S. We're calling it the Xbox One S.
Personally, I like Project Scorpio a lot better.
Yeah. They just called it Scorpio.
It's just two brothers.
It's just two brothers. Good. Something happened with. Oh, that's never mind. That's movie news.
You got a lot of movie
I know.
stuff. Okay. Thank you for joining us for the Broken Pixel podcast. If you like what you saw, like, favorite, subscribe on all the social medias. If you want to help us out, visit
Making good time.
patreon.com/derailed. Throw us some money and bring a friend to Derailed Month. It's still going on. We brought backs. You bring a friend now.
Kidnapped Max.
Do it.
I'm here against my will.
That's not true. You can leave anytime.
Just don't try it.
I bribed him with coffee.
I haven't finished my coffee. I must stay.
Good night, guys.